Hello, I'm Kevin Grimes, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Grimes & Company. I'm here with another installment of the Bitcoin Diaries. Today is January 9th. We are recording earlier in the day, so things might move a little bit before the close. As always, we're here to take a look at where Bitcoin is trading to help long-term investors find strong entry points potentially to add to positions to hold for the long run. We're not here for market timing. We're not here for short-term trading. We're going to be looking at several studies today. As always, we're going to be following trends. What direction is Bitcoin trading in? We're going to be looking at cycles. Is there the potential for a short-term turning point? We're going to look at relative strength. We're going to look at, which is measuring the strength of up days relative to down days to help us get a feel for the internals of Bitcoin. We'll also be looking at several other technical studies, such as normal distributions and support and resistance levels that are important today. As always, this is not a specific recommendation for Bitcoin, whether to buy or sell. Anything like that should be done with the consultation with an investment advisor. You can always reach out to one of our investment advisors at grimescode.com. We'd be happy to help and assist with specifics for you and your long-term investment parameters. All right. So without further ado, we have not updated the Bitcoin Diaries in several weeks for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was the holidays. And number two, not much was going on. So where we stand today, Bitcoin is in a very tight short-term trading range, which is the most important thing to be considering. If you remember, Bitcoin has sold off from highs in the mid $120,000 range down to a low of 85,000. We could see that trends had turned negative back in October or in the beginning of November. We can see that although trends were negative, the cycle did bottom back in November and early December, signaling a potential turning point. Since then, things have recovered. The relative strength is back into a normal range. The trends, although negative, have, I guess, stabilized and are starting to turn up. And so where we are today is a very interesting period of time where Bitcoin's trading in a very tight trading range. So basically think of it as a low of about 85,000, a high of about 94,000. And it's not usual, I guess, if you're a long-term observer of Bitcoin's price action, it is not normal for Bitcoin to trade in a tight trading range like that, although that's been the case. At this point, we are moving Bitcoin to a neutral rating of 4 on our scale of 1 to 7. We are going to take cues from whichever direction Bitcoin moves from here. So a breakout above 94,000, a decisive breakout above 94,000 would be an optimistic turn of events that the bulls would celebrate, and that would I guess make valid the potential for a resumed uptrend. Although a breakdown from here, a break below 85,000 would open the doors for potentially a substantial decline from here. So we are neutral presently. Long-term investors could take a position here. You're able to buy Bitcoins at levels that are lower than they were over a year ago. That's the positive. The negative would be that Bitcoin, although has stabilized and is in a potential bottoming process, that's not confirmed yet. So we're back to neutral. Long-term investors could take a stab at things here to add a position or two. For the rest of us, we probably wait for further confirmation to the upside before we feel more confident to go ahead and move Bitcoin above a neutral rating. So there you have it, folks. Again, please feel confident to reach out to one of our advisors. for some additional color on Bitcoin and the rest of your portfolio. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll pick it up again next week. Maybe there'll be something more decisive to speak about at that point. Enjoy your weekend.